thing is, the narcissist doesn't want to block you a lot of times. So you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you either got free, or more oftentimes, like, they discarded you, they left you. And then you're wondering, like, you've said all these mean things to me. You've said you don't want me. You said you hate me. You said you want me out of your life. You said you just need space. You need to clear your head. Like, we can't be together. All this type of stuff. You've said all these things. Then why are you still on social media watching my stuff? Why are you still on social media liking my post or watching my stories? Like, what's actually going on? Now, a lot of times, the person will reach out, the empath will reach out to the narcissist and be like, hey, like, just block me. Like, if you don't like me that much, if you don't want to be in my life, like, block me. And they start thinking, like, why? Like, they said all these mean things. Why would they not just go ahead and block me? The thing is, the narcissist doesn't want to block you a lot of times. Or you'll see the opposite, which is block, unblock, block, unblock, block, unblock. You'll see two different variations. Okay, a lot of times they don't want to unblock you. They don't want to block you because this whole idea of they don't want to close the door. They always want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to keep a supply on the side. They want to keep that door open so they can walk back through at any time and engage back in your life to a place where they can manipulate, control, lie, and destroy you. So what they'll do is they'll not block you. They'll keep that open. They'll keep on social media. They'll keep watching your stuff. They'll keep trying to reach out maybe at times with hoovers or things like that. But a lot of times they won't block you. And sometimes this boggles people's minds with, like, why would they not block me? Like, they said they hate me. They said they don't want me in their life. Like, why won't they just leave me alone and block me? And what that is that's starting to think through, and that's starting to stand on the premise that you're communicating to someone that either respects and cares for you as another person, as another human being, when reality is they don't. Sometimes people are like, why won't they respect me enough just to go ahead and block me and stay out of my life? Well, let's take a look at the past relationship. Did they respect you in that relationship? Did they respect you by how they lied to you, by how they gaslit you, by how they cheated on you, by how they manipulated, abused? Like, the list goes on and on. You're like, wait a second. Like, no, they didn't respect me overall. So why would they respect you enough to actually abide by your wishes now and block you? They're not going to do that. So you have to change your thought process. You have to change, like, your mental idea of, hey, if they cared about me, if they respected me, if they don't want to be with me, they'd go ahead and block me. They're not going to do that. Okay? The flip side of it, like I was saying earlier, is you'll see block, unblock, block, unblock, block, unblock. They'll block you, and then a couple days later, you'll see yourself unblocked, and you see that they, like, watched your story, and then they'll block you a couple days later. Then they'll unblock you. Then they'll block. Then they'll go back and forth. A couple other things with this. Sometimes they're doing it just to be able to check on you. Be able to see, like, hey, what's actually going on? Like, are they really happy? No, they're not happy. They're still missing me. They're still putting up posts. They're still doing this. Now that's probably a fake relationship. They're just putting it on to mess with me. Like, that's all what the narcissist a lot of times is thinking. Or they'll be going through and they'll be doing it just to mess with you, and it's a complex reverse Hoover. So it's the idea of, I'm going to block you, then I'm going to unblock you. I'm going to like a couple of your posts. I'm going to watch some of the stuff. You might see some of my story, then I'll block you. Then you're like, wait a second, I thought I just communicated. I just saw something on their page. Now I'm blocked. What's going on? Then I'm going to unblock you. And we're going to go back and forth with all these mind games, with all this mental warfare, to the point where you start getting frustrated, and then you finally reach out. You reach out and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what is going on? Like, why are you blocking me, unblocking me? And the narcissist is like, ha, I got you. Because in that moment, as soon as you reach out, means that there is a slight possibility of a conversation starting, which means that they can silver talk their way back into your life, manipulate, gaslight, abuse, and destroy you. Because you let them back in. With a narcissist, it's very key that if they don't block you, don't expect them to. Or if they block you, figure out the best way that you can go in and you can block them. Because they love to be in control and they love to keep that door open. So as a result, if they're either going to be in control, they're going to close the door. They're going to block you. But that means later on down the road, you can open that door, check on you, see how you're doing. Can open that door. I'm going to like one of your posts, see what you respond. Can open that door. Hey, how's it going? Can we just talk? Can we just have dinner? I want to air out a couple things. Yeah, right. Okay. You got to be careful with a narcissist because they're not going to block you, or they're going to block you and just keep going back and forth or try to use that as their control point. So what you need to do is you need to block the narcissist, you need to ghost, you need to go no contact, you need to sit down and go through every single aspect of social media. Every single aspect. You might have shared stuff on iTunes or Apple Music or location sharing, or they might have turned location sharing on. You don't know it. They got location sharing on the Apple device. You got it on Google Maps. You got it on different apps that can be put on your phone. You've got different aspects like that they can control. They can stalk you. You've got all your regular social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, like anything that they can be able to see. Different aspects. You go through and you block. You have this giant block party. Okay, you literally go through and you go down the list of what do I need to block them on. I'm going to block them on this, on this, on this, on this, on Venmo, on Spotify, on anything that can be shared, tracked, anything like that. You want to make sure that you go ghost and you block them completely. And what you're doing is you're going around your house. You're going around your area and you're fortifying it, you're barricading it, you're blocking all the doors, all the windows, all the access that the narcissist had into your life, and you're blocking all those off. So there's no way for them to come back, there's no way for them to hoover, there's no way for them to mess with your mind or to show you a bunch of stuff of how they're doing so great when they're actually not. It's just love bombing. You'll go through and you'll block every single access for them to get to you. You know what happens when you block every access for the narcissist to come back into your life? When you put all those barriers, when you block yourself in from that narcissist getting back to you, you start to thrive. And you start to grow, and you start to break free of the trauma bond, of the lies, of the manipulation, and you're able to step away from the stress, the anxiety, the depression, the panic attacks that you dealt with dealing with this person day in, day out. And as that pressure slowly starts to release, you're able to start having a better mindset, a positive outlook, and you're able to see, hey, normal relationships don't work like this at all. But you have to continue to stay no contact and make sure that they don't have a way back in. So with social media, with shared apps, with shared iTunes accounts, whatever it might be, block, go no contact. You need to go no contact. You need to block, you need to ghost, because when you do that, when you shut off all the doors for them to come back, you will thrive. I want you to thrive. I want you to succeed. I want you to get growth, healing, and change and continue to better yourself to be the best person you possibly can. And normally to do that, you have to cut toxic people out of your life. It's just the sad reality of it. If you guys like what you see here, please subscribe to my YouTube for more. Go on, support me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Would love to hear feedback from you guys of how I can continue to grow, how I can continue to get better. Check out my website, rawmotivations.com. I've got a tag on there for one-on-ones. I work with people. So I work with narcissists, try to get them to acknowledge their lies, get into therapy, get healing and help. I work with people that have been in narcissistic abusive relationships mainly, and I talk to them to try to help them understand and break through the lies that the narcissist put around them, the trauma bond that they've been stuck in for a period of time, and also just help them to come to terms of what happened. Like, what was all this shit that I went through that I don't understand, that I can't figure out? And we try to find that healing and change and help them progress. We've got different workshops on there. Trauma Bond workshop coming up within the next month. You can go on there and sign up for like a 2-hour long event of just several people on there just trying to help people work to get to healing, growth, and change. If you're interested in that, go onto my website, reach out. There's a tag on there. We've got the NARC app coming out pretty soon, within the next month or so. So narcissistic abuse recovery community that a lot of people are interested and excited for, where you can get into different courses, kind of learn about narcissism, learn through different aspects of it, and interact with other people on there, different messages, different tracking, things like that. We're excited to produce that here in the next little bit. If you're listening on Apple Podcast or on Spotify, thank you so much. Give me a couple ratings. Really do appreciate everybody's support and help as we continue to be on this channel to provide awareness, healing, growth, and change. Thanks so much.